Today I'm going to show you how to do a basic rebuild of a wobbly dresser and add a new top. I picked up this washstand sight unseen from a local auction. It needed some help. It was very wobbly, it was missing pieces, and it needed a new top. In order to fix this problem, I removed the back slats as well as the drawers. Once I removed the drawers, I took off the hardware and set them aside. There were a couple small holes where the original keyholes would have been. I used iron orchid design molds to make and handcraft new molds. I then painted them brown. Using a mallet or a hammer, sometimes a crowbar, I removed the multi-layered top from the piece. I also removed the back. After I removed the top and the drawers, I was left with a naked shell. I needed to attach a new back onto my dresser. I used thin plywood cut to size, top to bottom, for the back part of my dresser. I also made sure that I screwed in the slat in the middle and the back to hold it sturdy. Now that my back has been secured and my dresser no longer wobbles, I was ready to work on the top. I wanted to add a faux Barnwood style finish to the top of this dresser. It required me to use a bit of lumber to rebuild where I'd removed the top. I had to make sure that it was even and level to adhere the new boards. After I made sure the top of my dresser was level and ready for boards, I had 3 pieces of lumber cut to size with a 1/2 inch overhang on either side. In order for my Barnwood to look authentic, I needed to beat it up a little. I used a screwdriver, hammer, nails, and I distressed the top of the dresser as needed. I wanted a rich, dark finish. I used Dixie Belle No Pain Gel Stain in Espresso. I use a rag and a glove, and I wipe on the finish to the natural boards. After the boards were dry, I laid them out in the pattern that I wanted them to be on the top of the dresser. I used my drill to drill holes to get ready to screw down the top of the dresser. I like to use black drywall screws to screw my boards down into the top of the dresser. After the boards were screwed down and level, I had some minor repair work to do on the sides of the dresser. There were some small areas of trim that needed to be added to cover up the holes that were left from building up the top. I used a small piece of trim cut to size to cover up the holes where I used the wood to build up the top of the dresser. Now that I have a new top and new back, I'm ready to start painting. This is an Eastlake style dresser with nap joints. This dates the time frame for this period of washstand in the early 1900s. I wanted to highlight the age and detail on the front of this dresser. I used Dixie Belle Haint Blue in a washed out pattern on the front of the dresser. After applying it one coat, I sprayed it with water and then wiped it back with a paper towel. By spraying with water and wiping back in the direction of the wood grain, it leaves all the paint in the nice little divots and marks that are original to the dresser. I want to highlight the age and show off its gorgeous detail. After wiping back the paint and showing the gorgeous wood grain underneath, I'm able to then seal my piece. I like to use Dixie Belle's clear wax in order to apply a protective top coat finish to my dresser. After I waxed the entire base of the piece, I now needed to seal the top part of the wood boards. I used Gator Hide by Dixie Belle in order to give the top coat a protective sealant on top of the wood. Using the existing holes, I installed new farmhouse cup pulls. This piece has now been finished, it's sturdy, it has a new top and a new back, as well as new handles and decorative molding covering the holes. After a few simple rebuilds, adding a new back and a new top, along with the new hardware, it's all around gorgeous. I'm very happy with the final result. I hope you are too. I'm including a link in the comments so that you can try your own Dixie Belle paint. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so that you can see new tutorials and videos.